In 1801, President Jefferson asked personal secretary Meriwether Lewis to help him plan a westward expansion. After 3 failed tries at exploration, the president decided to put his last hope on Lewis.
So our boy Jefferson decides to be a little sneaky deaky and have a secret meeting with Congress to discuss the exposition, but they thought he was cray cray because after 3 times he failed, but he decided to go one more time. So Jefferson hired this dope dude named Lewis who knew everything he needed to know about expositions and all that good stuff. Lewis knew he wasn't a one-man army, so he decided he needed some help. Who better to help him than his best bud in the world, Clark, who is also a former Army comrade who we thought would be the perfect buddy to share command over the trip. Clark happily agreed, knowing that this would be a good chance for him. Our boy Jefferson was on that sweet hustle, and in doing so, he gained the Louisiana Purchase, which in doing so doubled the size of the United States. Before the expedition, Lewis and Clark decided to get a couple things, like a crew, equipment, and any other materials that they needed for recording the findings that they found in their new expedition of the new territory. After both got the materials that they needed, they decided to meet up together. So Lewis got in a sick ride and picked Clark up for the amazing adventure that they were about to take. Lewis and Clark decided to have a training ground called Campwood, which where they would train their new sailors and new crewmen. Everybody decided to stop being sus and have actual documentation of something for once. In 1804, on May 14th, Lewis and Clark actually began their expedition off from Campwood, and it begins under a gentle breeze, as Clark writes. While on the expedition, they found new plant life. It was interesting to them because they've never seen it before. They also found new animal life, which they were documented and discovered. In the same year, Lewis and Clark celebrated the 4th of July for the first time ever on the west of the Mississippi River by firing the keelboat's cannon and drinking extra ration of whiskey. It was pretty lit, I'm not gonna lie. On August 3rd was the first official meeting between the explorers and the Indians, and in doing so, they met together and actually traded crops and information on the land for things such as magnets, compasses, telescopes, and even air guns. On August 3rd, the expedition had their first casualty, where Floyd had a bust appendix.
Throughout the expedition, Lewis, Clark, and the rest of their men encountered several Indians. They encountered tribes such as the Lakota, but they also faced individual Indians as well. They faced temperatures as extreme as 45 degrees below zero, and they encountered hundreds upon hundreds of new animals and plants that were new to them and new to science in America. The expedition did travel back to Washington, D.C. on several accounts to report their findings to the President. Sacagawea played a major role in the expedition as she helped navigate through the unknown lands, and she was able to recognize several landmarks, such as Beaverhead Rock. On February 11, 1905, Sacagawea gave birth to a baby boy, Jean Baptiste. By the end of the expedition, several landmarks that we still know today were named after both men on the expedition and family members of those on the expedition.
Parkour!
Roar like you mean it. Oh my god. Could be like looking at the leaf still like, huh. Did you parkour? I got stuck. You can go.
That's not how you would act.
What the?